Okay, thanks for being here. I'm going to have Coach begin with an opening statement, and then we'll just open it up for questions for Coach, both Brooke Baltima and Aaron Lamb as well.
Well, first of all, thank you to Jamie and the AVCA for putting on this event. Really cool, special environment for our sport. Like we've been talking about all week, but to live it and be a part of it, and see some really cool talent on the floor tonight was special. And Nebraska returning their lineup the way they did, you got to execute at a really high level consistently over the course of a couple hours to give yourself a chance to win each set. And I thought we did a good job of that about 60% of the time maybe, and then 40% we just kind of let our identity go some. So we've got some things to learn from, and some obvious things that we need to improve on. But just very thankful for the chance to be out here, and also great chance for some of our new players to get out and experience playing against a top 5 team like Nebraska.
So this was obviously your first time playing with the new review system. What are your initial thoughts on that?
Took a little bit of an adjustment at the first set because I wasn't exactly sure if it was going to be shown or not. And then we thought maybe there was a touch on the line, so just trying to execute the right decision at the right time was a little bit of a challenge. But the quality of cameras and the system is exceptional, and to be out there and no line judges, and the only thing you're focused on challenging is touches and nets was it's a new experience, but obviously it's a proven system and done well.
Yeah, Craig, starting with Nebraska, isn't exactly started slow for the season. Just how much do you learn about this group from a match like this against the best of the best?
Well, if we're considering going and competing to play in the Final Four, you have to figure that out. Tonight we played against a team that we should serve the ball in, and they hit the ball out of bounds a few times. We separate and end up winning 25-15. You feel good about winning, but you don't learn anything at all. So, we've always scheduled tough. It wasn't in the initial plan to play Nebraska right off the bat in the first serve showcase, but when Jamie offered, I was like, absolutely. Our players love these situations, and we're going to be a team that's going to be continue learning through November. So it was a great match for us in that regard.
Coach, kind of bouncing off that, I think you said during the meeting that you were curious to see how your team's going to respond. Bigger environments, brighter lights, kind of like this. Just want to get your thoughts on how they initially look, knowing that this monster schedule is coming up for you guys later with the SEC. What can you build upon?
Well, there's several good things we're doing, and the things we're doing in practice are working. It's just, and early on, we were doing a really good job of, if it worked, moving on to the next point. If it didn't work, not being rattled by a situation or someone getting blocked or making a hitting error. We were just moving on to the next play. I thought we let up a little bit, and we did not assert ourselves with decision-making, committing to our decisions, and trusting the skills we've been executing and training on a daily basis. So some quality stuff, and certainly things that we're all going to learn from.
Brooke, this is the first time we've gotten to see you in an actual game, obviously last year with your injury. What was it like to play tonight? And obviously, first game being against Nebraska, how hard is that to come into your first collegiate game and play with that caliber?
Yeah, first just want to thank the AVCA for allowing this opportunity. We're super grateful to come out compete against one of the best teams in the country. But yeah, going back to your question, it was kind of like ripping a Band-Aid off. It felt like, just getting out there for the first time. Training for so long in practice, and then coming out here and applying that. They learned a lot from this match. We have a great opportunity this next coming weekend. We got 3 more matches to apply what we learned, to continue to carry with that. But yeah, just I think learning to trust my training, going those moments, and continuing to apply what I've been working on in practice, and continuing to, carry that over. So.
For both the players, that first set you jump out to the lead and let it get away, but in the second set they jumped out and you all came back on them. How vital was that for those first 2 in the learning process to grow? What did you take away from it?
Yeah, I think I was really proud of our team for how we came out and jumped on them right away. Some teams might look and be like, oh, we have to play Nebraska, but we were looking at it more that we get to play Nebraska, and so to have that opportunity to go out there and show what we got, nothing to lose kind of mentality. I was really proud of our team for jumping on them right away. And that's something that I've seen in this team throughout the summer, throughout the spring, and in Japan is that we're not going to back down. Like, we're going to fight back for points, whatever it is from the jump. We're down a couple, we're still going to have that fight. So good to learn that we do have that, as we've seen, but trying to put more points together throughout the entirety of the match and not letting it get too low or too high.
Coach, have you talked about starting the season here in Louisville and possibly ending your season here in Louisville in the Final Four?
Yeah. What did you say, Aaron?
Would you say Aaron or?
Oh, I say Coach. But
Oh, I thought you said Aaron.
Everybody can
Coach, you got it. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we don't specifically talk about starting and ending in terms of the location, but we are, as a program, we're competing for SEC championships and competing for national championships. So this year, fortunately, we get the opportunity to play here the first match, and we all know that the national championship is in Louisville at the end of the year. So, it's when you're in a program like Kentucky, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Louisville, those are expectations to be able to compete, to give yourself a chance to do that for sure.
Craig, we saw a lot of offense from you all on the left pin tonight. We saw some unique things. Brooklyn hitting on the right back, Asia obviously on the back row. What can you all do to generate more offense out of the middle and on that right pin?
Well, that's part of the objective of hitting out the big position, the middle back, is creating leverage through the middle of the court. And it's very difficult to defend the middle of the court. It's also creates opportunities to spread to the pins. And we did not score enough in the middle, and we did not score enough behind the setter tonight to really stress the defense of Nebraska. So certainly something we're going to take and learn from and work to execute in practice. But great teams have the ability to attack from all spots on the net, and that's what we're looking to do, and have done really well at times in practice. And you saw some times tonight where it wasn't as effective, but it's there, and we need some more training time to develop that.
Aaron, you have a very increased role this year compared to last year. What have been the initial challenges that come with that?
Yeah, I think I guess I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about the challenges, but knowing that this is my last season of playing volleyball, it's definitely put something under my belt to just go out there and do everything that I can to help the team win, regardless of who it is or who we're playing and everything. But yeah, I think just trying to lead and help in any way that I can.
Got time for a couple more. What was your takeaways on Asia's first game? She was obviously a highly talented recruit. How do you think she did tonight?
She did well. I mean, Asia, didn't hold back her first few swings hitting the Vic and scored on a couple of those. And I thought actually she passed really well for streaks of time, and saw some tough serving tonight. So proud of Asia's first opportunity to get out there, and she's got a lot of tools in her toolbox that we can't wait to take advantage of.
In the back.
Hey, Aaron, right back here. I know last year was a really tough time for you in some moments with the injuries you have had to overcome. What did it feel like to be out first time this season, first game, and then also in front of a crazy crowd here in Louisville?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, like we said, we're so excited to be here, so happy that they had us, and we're all eager, waiting all spring and summer to get to this moment, to be able to go out there and play again. So yeah, it's just super exciting. We're really, really glad that we were able to be here. Tough loss, but we learned a lot, and we're excited moving forward.
Start with Brooke and then go to Coach, but what do you feel like was the difference from set 2 to set 3?
I mean, I think this team has a lot of fight. I know, we had nothing to lose coming out in this game, and I think we knew that we played a good first set, and we just, put it away, and we just looked ahead and focused on what we can do rather than how we're doing or how we're playing. And that's what I really felt. I really felt us come together, and we played Kentucky volleyball, and just trusted our shots, committed to what we knew and what we've been training. So I think just, coming back with that fight and knowing that we have that fight, and we are one of those teams that, hey, we may not be there yet, but we're going to be, and we're going to keep working as hard as we possibly can to.
Yeah, Keith, I think coming out of set 2 and doing some great things, and when you play against teams like Nebraska with a great block of defense, and you got to find ways to score or not just give them the ball. You give them the ball, they're going to, ram it down your throat and, make you pay for it. So can we score, or if we can't score on that first swing, can we sustain a rally and get the ball back and terminate again? And we just gave them too many points in that set, and they got the separation, and really difficult to catch up to great teams.
Got time for one more?
Craig John talked about the relationship obviously you guys had. Joe Big hired you a few times, and I remember you talking about even recruiting Danny when we were in here the last time. The relationship between you three and to come together in an event like this, just what is that mean to the team? How would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, the volleyball world is very small, and you owe a lot of things to people, for helping you get to where you are. And John gave me my first opportunity in college, and forever thankful for that chance, and even hired me back when I quit on the first time. So I'm thankful for that even more. But obviously, a tremendous amount of respect for John, and known Danny since she was 15 years old, and she's had a heck of a playing career and coaching career, and it's a lot of fun competing against people that try to be the best. And both Danny and John are that way, and Kelly and I grew up in Muncie together, so it's a weirdly small world for me in this tournament.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.